Maybe we should do Genie instead of Ball of Fire. No, Ball of Fire, baby. Here we go. He did not roll a 5 or 6, so the Ferrex is toast. Does not get a chance to use any of his special abilities, which I am thrilled about. He also drops 25 coins that Elderast very greedily acquires. So let's add that to his sheet. Very nice. Nicely done. Let's make sure that Ball of Flame gets flipped over. And that's the end of the wizard's turn. Zargon's turn. Gets 1 threat. He's got 4 now. 1 more and he'll be able to spawn a monster or activate a trap. At this point, I think I'll probably spawn monsters. Ullug. Oh, let's look at his stats. What's going on with Ullug? Large sword. That's how they word it. But the notched sword is the largest sword. Move into 10, attack 4, defend 5, body 2, mind 3. Okay. So, not terrible, not crazy bad, but certainly formidable. Okay, so let's have him... Well, I guess we can't quite gang up on either of these characters. But I will have Ullug... Yeah, no, let's just get into it. I mean, he puts himself within line of sight of the wizard at this point, but I'm just about doing damage. Let's just do damage, baby. Get in there and mix it up, Ullug. So he's going to try and take out the elf. 2 skulls. Elf rolls 3 defense dice. And blocks both of them. Wow, nicely done, elf. Meanwhile, the Chaos Warrior... Gosh. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. I was contemplating a reckless charge, like going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then being allowed to attack the wizard from there. But with reckless charge, as soon as he goes here, he automatically gets an attack against him on all 3 of these guys. And then if he goes here, he gets another attack on him by both the wizard and the elf. So that's just too tough of a move. Yeah, he'll just stay there and attack the dwarf. So Chaos Warrior gets 4 attack. I'm not going to try and rust anything, or bash anything, I mean. Straight up attack. What do we got? Just 2 skulls, but man, there can be sometimes nothing just about 2 skulls. Especially when he's only got 1 body point left and just 2 health potions, so this could be substantial. Dwarf has 3 defense dice. And he only gets 1. So he does take 1 hit, which means he does have to use one of his healing potions. Let's see what kind of roll we get here. Oops. Oh man, that's pretty crappy. So he's just at 3. Yeah, the luck can, I mean, when you're just rolling 1 6-sider, as the original rules say, it can really work against you with those healing potions, which you rely on quite a bit. So, yeah, so there's that. I think Zargon's turn is now over. Did I forget to add a threat? I might have. So he does get a threat. Should I spawn a monster? Or did I... Yeah, I think, yeah. Let me spawn a monster. Let's just make it an orc. Sometimes the classics are the best. So we'll put him here. And then he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's right in there, taking on Elderast. One skull. Oh, Elderast gets 1 shield. Wow, that worked out nicely. And that's the end of Zargon's turn. Backlog Vault says, Pater doing the truffle shuffle is something I didn't know I needed in my life until now. This goal is an absolute necessity. Well, great. I would. I mean, great and terrible, and I have all kinds of mixed feelings when I think about the summer insanity event, and I look at the kinds of things that I could end up doing. I mean, it will be horrible and wonderful if we get some of those real higher tier goals met. My gosh. Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned for those watching live, and those watching the archived version. If you go to the you follow the link below if you're watching the archived version. For those watching live, stay tuned. It's on my agenda this week. I've got a packed week with the stream stuff going on, but I am working on creating a page for it and like a video or something that gives more information. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So Barbarian, we got to take out. Come on, I mean, Elderast is a crotchety old beast, but he's our crotchety old beast. So we gotta protect him. So here comes Barbarian with his 4 attack dice. Beautiful, beautiful. Taking out the orc, right? Come on now. 2 skulls, that ought to do it. Come on, unless this orc rolls really well. He does not, so he's gone. Very nice, very nice. And we got a 5. Great. So the Barbarian picks up 25 more coins. All right. So that brings him up to 194. I'm feeling good about that. Feeling good about that. That's the Barbarian's turn. A very nice turn it was. Sorry that you couldn't quite see the orc as well as I guess I would have wanted you to. So now it's the elf's turn. Elf, you got any tricks up your sleeve? Any spells you want to cast? I mean, you got rock skin still. But right now you just want to kill, kill, kill. Heal body, pass through rock. These are not spells that are super useful to you right now. Acrobat isn't really useful. You just got to start swinging that sword, man. Do a Legolas and be amazing. Here we go. Against Ullug himself. The orc raises his sword. Only 2 attack dice. But he gets 2 skulls. Okay, what's Ullug got? He's got 5 defense dice. This guy's not messing around. He's got some kind of elite training. Oh my gosh, look at that! 2 black shields. So he like ka-chang, ka-chang! Oof, this is a special orc. So that's the end of the elf's turn. Dwarf! Come on now, dwarf. Oops. Just 2 attack dice. Oh. I miss all the weapons and upgrades I'm used to having when I play this game. My son Titus has been well, for a while he was running this game for me, and he took me through all of the base campaign. And then we were just about to start... Oh, and the 2 expansions that were released in America. And we were just about to start one of the European expansions that Milton Bradley made available online years ago. We were just about to start one of those, and he got bored of it. He was like, being Zargon actually isn't that fun. I'm like, oh, crap. So maybe I need to introduce these rules to playing with him, but that would... Oof, that would change the game. That would spike the difficulty for Daddy considerably. Anyway, now I think I'll just stick to using them solo until I feel like they're a lot more ironed out. All right, Dwarf. Here we go, Dwarf. Nothing. Big fat nothing. Wizard? What do you got, Wizard?
I'll tell you what I have. I have a great and powerful genie at my command.
The Genie spell. This spell conjures up a genie who will do one of the following. Open any door on the board, revealing what lies beyond, which has always been weird to me. I've said this in past streams with this game, but I would want to house rule that saying who can reveal what's behind any closed door on the board. Why would you open it? If there's monsters in there, they're going to start streaming out and attacking you. There's no advantage to that. That doesn't make any sense. Or, what I always use it for, and my friend as well, use 5 combat dice to attack any monster within your line of sight. I kind of want to house rule this one too, in the same way that the Barbarian, with the base rules, once you just get him better equipment, eventually he's hardly any better than the Dwarf, and doesn't have any special ability. Likewise, when you get really deep into this game, after you're in the middle of the second expansion or even the first expansion, rolling 5 combat dice is not that big of a deal. And so I feel like there should be something that helps it scale, like the +1 that I gave to the Barbarian. I feel like there's something maybe at some point that I would change about the wording of this spell so that it scales up to more difficult quests and further into the campaign. But right now, 5 combat dice, that's a pretty good deal. I'll take it. 5 combat dice roll against Ullug. Here it comes, Ullug. Okay, 2 skulls. That's not what I would have wanted from that, but it's far from what I feared. Okay, so that's 2. Ullug gets 5 defense dice. Only got 2 body points, though. Ullug is gone, vanquished by Eldarast. Yes! Revel in my power and glory. All right, so there he goes. Any extra loot from Mr. Ullug? Nope. But if we survive, we're going to get that 180 coins from Prince Magnus, so that's pretty cool. Nicely done, Eldarast. I would expect nothing less from the greatest wizard in the world. That's the end of his turn. About time to wrap it up. I will do... we're so close to when I need to quit anyway, that I will do Zargon's turn now. Basically just this Chaos Warrior, and then wrap it up there for today. I am probably going to go a little longer on Thursday, though, like I did on Monday. Maybe as long as, 45 minutes longer or something like that. But meanwhile, Chaos Warrior, doing his attack now. Still not gonna bash. I just want to do damage. Actually, he's going to step over here and take on the elf, because he was partly responsible, or at least he was daring to raise his sword against his master Ullug. He gets 2 skulls on that attack. The elf gets 3 defense dice. He rolls 2. So he takes no damage from that. Well done, Mr. Elf. My gosh. Okay. So, I gotta give Zargon a threat. Okay. So that is that. There's my timer to say, wrap it up, Pater. And so indeed I will. Let me make sure I'm caught up on any last things from chat here. Backlog Vault says, appreciate you doing these streams, Pater. They're a welcome distraction from some personal stuff I have going on. Great job as always. Looking forward to the next one. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad. Isn't that neat that sometimes silly stuff like board games or other forms of entertainment, I'm never an advocate for entertainment as escape. But sometimes even as you're processing and dealing with difficult things in a healthy way, in a responsible way, you can still, I can still have them cycling in my brain. They're just these thoughts again and again and again, and I just can I just have something that grabs me and just gets some different thoughts in my head for a bit. Scripture can be good for that, but sometimes, it's just, we're just fallen people and we can't focus and really lean into Scripture like we would like to, and so I think in those times and in other circumstances, absolutely, God uses even little things like me playing with my toys to be helpful. And so I'm so glad that that could be the case for you today, Backlog Vault. I check the schedule below. It's listed in Pacific time as to when I will start and when I'll be streaming tomorrow. Thank you, all of you guys, for jumping into the chat and keeping me company and giving me things to blab about. And would love for you to come back another day this week when I do some more. But for now, that's all. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. All right. Good morning. Hello, John Wilkerson. Thanks for coming out. So this is day 3 of Solo Tabletop GameFest 2022, the penultimate day, as I am streaming Monday through Thursday this week. I'm going to stream now for about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then take a lunch break, and then do about an hour more after that. So we should be able to get some a good amount of gaming in. But I want to start by finishing off HeroQuest. I think if I'm right, I think most of today will be actually playing Doom, the board game. But we got to wrap up Quest 3, Lair of the Orc Warlord, in which we have been sent by Prince Magnus to take out Ulig. Was he elite? Did they say anything elite about him? I mean, he had special stats, but he was the orc responsible for kidnapping Sir Ragnar, or the imprisonment of Sir Ragnar, whatever the crap. I don't know exactly how that imprisonment came about, but so we just killed Ulig at the end of last session, but his right-hand man, this Chaos Warrior, is still around to try and enact vengeance upon these heroes for killing his master. So we are now at the start of the hero's turn, and I do want to make a clean sweep of the dungeon. There's some areas we haven't been. I mean, there's this room back here for one, so we want to take out the Chaos Warrior and then go into that room. But then there's some places back here, if we snake back around, we actually have not gone. I've been hugging the left wall as I've been making my way through. And so we still need to go, there's a wall right here, but I haven't gone around this corner and seen what's down there. So that we want to do to make a clean sweep when we're done here. But let's take out this Chaos Warrior. Shouldn't be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I noticed right before I started the stream, I was kind of reviewing this little sticky note that I made for myself that just had some of my basic rules on it. And one that I have been forgetting is that the spawning rule is 4 threat, and then I have to spawn a monster that's weaker than the wandering monster for the quest. I have been spending 5 threat and spawning one and that's equal to or lesser than the wandering monster. So that was, I'm breaking my own rules, and I'm kind of making this up and polishing it and modifying it as I go along. This is all very experimental in terms of how I'm modifying HeroQuest, but that is something that I do want to try sticking to. And that would have prevented, you know what that would have prevented? Because the wandering monster for this quest is an orc, and on my monster ranks and conversions sheet, the equivalent to an orc is a scout. And so that would have at least once prevented me from, I don't know, did I actually actively spawn a scout? I don't think I did. Anyway, well, lessons learned from this one is I made the modification to the scout spawning ability so it doesn't happen as easily. I think that's the right move. We got way too bogged down by a swarm of scouts. And then the rolling the combat die when heroes enter a new room to see if a trap triggers rather than it automatically triggering. It's not that I'm afraid of the challenge, because I still have to spend the threat tokens to pay for that trap. But just having a trap in front of every door as we've gone through has also really kind of slowed things down and forced me to play in a specific way, and I don't want to have to play in this very specific way. Okay, so Barbarian just landed there. He's going to make his attack. He has been rolling horribly with his attacks this whole quest, despite the fact that he has more combat dice than anybody else in the crew. Let's see here. Yeah, well, okay, now 2. Okay, that's definitely respectable. Okay, so 2 on this Chaos Warrior. The Chaos Warrior has 4 defense dice. And he gets 1. But he already had 1 on him. He's got 3 body. So that adds 1 more. We get this heart kind of hiding back here. This is keeping track of the Chaos Warrior. So he's got 2 hits on him right now. John Wilkerson says you should name your sword Rule Breaker. That's right. Yeah. Let's see here. So that was the Barbarian. Now the Elf, standing right in front of the Chaos Warrior, is of course going to take a swing. He's got 2 attack dice. 1 skull. Let's see, Chaos Warrior. No defense. And so the Chaos Warrior has been felled. And let's see if we got any loot off of this guy. We did not. Okay. Alright, so that was the Elf's turn. The Dwarf. Do we dare search for treasure in here? I think we do dare. And I guess he's safe there. He's not right by a door, so if he gets a pit trap, then heroes won't have to jump it. So yeah, the dwarf will search for treasure in this room. Hey, nice! Heroic brew. You were surprised to find a leather bag hanging on the wall. If you drink, its contents before you attack, you can make 2 attacks instead of 1. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. I totally want this. But I kind of want it for... he's right next to the Barbarian, so he can give it to the Barbarian, and that's exactly what I will do. I want the Barbarian to have that option to attack twice. Very nice. Very happy about that. So that was the Dwarf's turn. Wizard... Is he going to search for treasure? I don't think so. But does anybody need healing? I realized that I've been drinking some of my healing potions and not taking advantage of my healing spells. And healing spells get replenished at the beginning of every quest, not so with healing potions. So let's see what everybody's doing. Elf has 4, Barbarian has 5 health. The Dwarf has 3. So he is totally due. That would be an appropriate target. So actually the Wizard is going to move in here. 1, 2, just stop right here. And then he will cast Water of Healing on the Dwarf. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Contact with this revitalizing water will restore up to 4 lost body points, but will not give a hero more than his starting number. So yeah, I don't know where this water is coming from. Looks like it's coming from like a statue or something. Maybe it's kind of like Moses, where Eldorast can just strike a sculpture and it starts spitting out water. All right, so that brings the dwarf back up to his maximum body of 7. Very nice. And that's the end of Eldorast's turn. Zargon gets a turn, not much to do. Just to add a threat, no monsters to play with. So that brings us back to the heroes. Barbarian has not searched in this room yet, has he? So, yeah, I'm searching. Gold, yeah. Oh, wait, no. It's got an 8. And my numbered cards mean that I need to roll on my, what do you call it? My random treasure table that I made. So let me grab that. And we roll a D8 for this table. Hopefully we'll get something fun and interesting. 2. That's not going to be good. Low numbers are generally not good. You're making too much noise. 2 of the listed wandering monster appear. Shuffle all discarded cards back into the treasure deck. Okay, so... Actually, I'm not going to do that. There's so few cards that have left the treasure deck at this point. I'm not going to do that. So, crap. So 2 wandering monsters. And that's going to be 2 orcs. But you know what? Let's roll and see. This could get messy. Are they both orcs? Or actually, you know what I could do? I'm looking at my conversions chart. 2 orcs. I'll roll on the 2 orcs table. Because there are some monsters... I added so many monsters to this game... that, like, on my conversion table here, You know, I have, like, I've got Goblin and its equivalents in rank 1, but then in, you know, that second rank down, 2 Goblins, the equivalent of 2 Goblins, you know, might be single monsters that are stronger, but they're, you know, not quite the equivalent of, say, a skeleton in my mind or something like that. So, so whenever when I'm dealing with pairs of monsters, I like to try and roll on the equivalency or the conversion chart. So let's see here. 2 orcs. What do we got? 3. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. We already had an elemental. Okay? I don't want to do that again. Oh, come on now. Oh my gosh. I guess I should put an elemental out. That was 3 rolls of 3 in a row. All right? I'm not gonna... Yeah, here we go. I'm not gonna argue with dice that are that insistent. So, yeah, and then it gets an attack, which defensively, well, it's kind of a mixed bag with this one. Just a reminder of his stats. Attack 3, defend 4. So he's hard to hit, hard to land an attack on, but he has trouble holding himself together. He's only got a body of 1. So if you do land a hit, you take him out. Mind of 2, move of 8. Intangible means he can basically move through anything as long as he lands in 4 open spaces. Explosion means that his attack affects every hero adjacent to him. Maybe figure, too. I can't remember what the wording is there, but there's no other monsters, so I'm not going to worry about it. Earthquake, that allows him to prevent heroes from moving, and Smash allows him to break through walls. So... Intangible's the only one that's... Well, Explosion, I didn't put it here. Explosion is automatic, but he has to try and activate Earthquake and Smash. I'm not going to try to do that. I am just going to attack the Barbarian. He's got 3 attack dice, which is considerable here. 2 skulls off of that roll. Yikes. And the Barbarian gets 3 defense dice. He managed to get 1 shield, but he is taking 1 damage still. Brings him down to 4. And that was the Barbarian's turn, searching for treasure. That sucked. Alright, Elf. What can we do here? I don't think he doesn't have any offensive spells. He just needs to get in there and wreck this guy. And we need to do it, like, on this turn, because, see, I'm going to be moving guys in here. If he fails, then I'm going to bring the dwarf in to attack him. If he doesn't get killed... By the time his turn comes around, he's going to be surrounded by heroes that he'll be able to attack all at once with his explosion ability. So we got to get in there and try to take this guy out. Let's see here. So this is 2 attack dice for the elf. He got 1 skull. I mean, that's all he needs, but dang, this elemental, hard to hit. 4 defense dice. But he got him. Nice. Okay. So scratch 1 elemental. And let's see, did he drop any treasure? He did not. Okay. So that's the end of the elf's turn then. Dwarf has already searched for treasure in this room, so let's start moving things along. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and open up this door. Oops. Let's see what's going on the map here. Okay. So we have got... Oh, this is lame. We've got a treasure chest in this room. Now, normally there's a pit trap here, but according to my rules, I cash in all traps for a certain threat token value at the start of the quest when I'm playing solo. And you can do it in my rules with other players too, but like it's especially important in solo because I can't really surprise myself because I'm looking at the map, and so I have to find other ways to spring traps on myself. So I don't search for traps anymore. Oops, I got to put an open door thing down here. Now I wonder if this was a typo or what, but. There's a treasure chest listed being in here, but there's no notes for what it contains. And that's really bizarre. Because in other quest maps, typically, if the chest is empty, they will have a note that says there is nothing in this chest. And almost always, chests do have something in them, which is also contained in a note below the quest map. So I'm thinking that this is an oversight somehow. I need to figure out what I want to do here. I'm going to say that it's the treasure chest contains... I'm not going to be too generous with myself. I'm just going to draw treasure cards until there's something that's favorable and not negative. And whatever that is, that's what's in the chest. So the dwarf, where did he start at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess he can't quite make it to be adjacent to the chest and get its content, so he will stop there. Wizard, the wizard, he could roll and try to make it there. Let's see. Nope. Elderast biffs it, or just moves a little slow. He is quite elderly. So actually, I'll just stay right where I'm at. That's Zargon's turn then. Gets another threat, so I'm at 3 threat now with Zargon. At 4, I'll be able to spawn a monster. But now we'll cycle back to the beginning of the hero's turn. And Barbarian is going to get in there and get that treasure. Wait, no. Okay, he searched in here. It's the elf that hasn't searched in this room. So yeah, the Barbarian will move into this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he will search for treasure. What do we got? Oh, look at that. A potion of healing. In a bundle of rags, you find a... Well, not in a bundle of rags. In this treasure chest, you find a potion of healing. I'm not going to read the text. I've read that already. So, actually, I'll just put that on his character sheet for now. So that's the end of the Barbarian's turn. Elf has not searched for treasure in this room, so he's going to. Hazard! Suddenly, the stone beneath your feet gives way. You fall into a shallow hole, losing 1 body point and ending your turn. You may climb out and move normally on your next turn. Return this card to the bottom of the deck. Alright. If I must. Come on, where's the pit? Here we go. That'll work. And scratch 1 body point from the elf. That puts him down to 3. So he's just about ready for a healing spell. I should consider using that on him. I mean, he's got his own healing spell, so... But his turn is done for now. So he's searched in there. The dwarf, another one of my house rules that you normally can't do in the game, is that you can still have characters search for treasure even in rooms that have a special treasure notated in the quest notes. So the Barbarian, he's in a good position in the room to search. So he's going to search. Or not the Barbarian, I meant the dwarf. The dwarf. Nice. Potion of Strength, baby. You find a small purple flask. You can drink this strange-smelling liquid at any time, enabling you to roll 2 extra combat dice the next time you attack. This may only be used once. Do not return this card to the deck. Do I want him to keep this? I think maybe I do. He tends to be good defensively, and I can imagine in a pinch it being, especially if he's using Stubborn Resolve, that this could counteract some of the detriments toward his offense that his Stubborn Resolve skill brings about while it's activated. So, yeah, I'm going to put that there. Oops, and I got to put my Heroic Brew card on him as well. I got to switch that to the Barbarian. Okay. Nice. Nice. This is feeling good. We're getting some good treasure at the end here. Still bound to run into some monsters before we're done, I'm pretty sure. So the dwarf is done. Elderast. What do we think, Elderast? Are we going to search for treasure? How many body points you got? You got 3. You got a healing potion. Let's live on the edge. He's a greedy old jerk. Oh, 6. All right. So we're rolling. We're rolling on the table. What's it going to be? 5. Ooh, that's a decent number. Equipment left by someone less fortunate. Roll 1d6, and that determines what I'm going to get here. A 2, that's not going to be great. So he gets a dagger. He gets a dagger, which can be sold for half its price in the shop. But I'm going to hang on to it because daggers every once in a while can be useful as throwing weapons in a pinch, like a ranged attack. Although he has Seeking Bolt. Would I want to give the dagger to somebody else to throw? I think I do. I think he hasn't moved yet, so he'll move forward 1, and he's going to give this extra dagger to Tanis, the elf. I feel like there are some times now and then I just really want a crossbow for the elf. Or maybe a long sword, I don't know. I mean, a crossbow would be even better. But it's pricier to acquire that. The route to getting a crossbow. But yeah, this is good for now. That could be good in a pinch. I was ready to write down like half the gold value, just assuming I would sell it. But then I thought, all right. You ever think that to yourself? Summer insanity.
Liberate butter.